Now the next chapter is performance of contract. Who have to perform the contract? It should be performed by promisor. It should be performed even by agent. It can be even by performed by representative of the promisor, or it can be done by third person, or it can be done by his joint promisor. Come on, tell me. Promisor, agent, representative, third party, joint promisor. Okay. Then what is called succession and what is called assignment? Succession means if father died, legal heir comes and taking over the position is called succession. Assignment means one party who is the owner of the asset, he is giving his right to claim to another person is called assignment. So what is assignment? When one party, the owner of the asset, is giving right to another person to collect is called assignment. If I try to perform my promise, okay, but you reject it, then it is called tender. For example, you want some goods, I am coming and delivering some goods to you. Okay, when I am delivering, you are not ready to take it, then it is called what? Tender. Now, if I try to perform, you are not allowing me to perform, I have two options. I can terminate it. Okay, I can terminate it. Then I can charge some money, damages from you. Okay, then in case in a promise, if the promisors are not doing their duty, the promisee can claim money from any one of the promisor, and once the money has been paid by the promisor, then other promisors will be there. No, at least one promisee will be claiming from the one of the promisor. Once the promisor switch off another fan. Once the promisor have paid the money, he can claim it from other joint promisors. Okay, now tell me what happened here. Promisee have claimed from one of the promisor out of many joint promisor. Once the joint promisor paid the money, he can claim okay, baki portions from balance portion from other parties. Okay, other joint promisors. Then where, when the promise should be performed? Promise should be performed at the business place. If there is no business place specified, it should be in reasonable usual place of business. Then at what time it should be performed? If the time mentioned, within that time, on that time. If time is not mentioned, reasonable time. Then if other party is prevented from doing his promise, then he cannot put a case on the next party. For example, if you supply certain material, for example, I am asking you to transport timber from this place to another place, but you have not even cut and logged the timber. Okay, it is still standing. So I have to, you should first cut, then you should hand it over to me, then I can transport. So if you are not allowing me to perform my promise, then you cannot put case on me, you cannot sue me. Then what is reciprocal promises? So the two parties, I promise something and you promise something, that's called reciprocal promises. See, consideration for one promise is the other promise. If I do this, you do this. For example, I sell my bike to you, you are ready to take my bike, I am ready to take your consideration, cash. So one is selling, another one is taking money. Okay, this is called reciprocal promises. Then for example, I supply you materials for construction, you construct for me. Now two things, one is you are doing construction for me, another one is I am giving you construction materials. If I stopped giving construction material, what you can stop construction. Now how you will be earning your money, or how I will be earning? So far as I got merits, how much I earned because of your job, that much I should pay you. Quantum demerit. Okay, quantum merit. What is that quantum merit? As much as you earned. Okay. Next. So when there is a condition precedent, I should do the condition before suing you. Then if the time is essential, you should finish it within time. For example, I asked you to purchase gold on Friday, or I asked you to purchase gold on Wednesday. Gold price are daily changing. If you are not doing it on time, I can sue you, because tomorrow the price may be differed. Okay, but it is not in the case of land. Okay, when I asked you to purchase the land for me on Friday, but you purchased it on next week, land price will not be changing daily, but gold price may be changing daily. So you should understand whether time is in the essential element of contract. If time is essential element, for example, purchasing shares, purchasing gold, idella time is essential element, but purchasing land lala time is not a essential element. So if I didn't purchase gold on time as per my instruction, then you can sue it. But if you are not purchasing the land on time, you are delaying the land purchase, you are not honoring the promisor, then they cannot sue you for 1 day delay and all. Now when there is a impossibility of performance, for example, one of the person, that is either a promisor or a promisee, know at the time of contract itself it is impossible to perform, then they should have told the other party, otherwise it is voidable, because it is impossible to perform. For example, awaking the dead man, black magic, okay, these are all void contracts. If you swim from India to USA within 2 days, I will pay you 5,000 rupees cash. Impossible to perform. This is all void. If it is, see, both the parties know if it is impossible, then it is void. One party know that it is impossible, but the other party is innocent. Then the other party can claim compensation from the party who cheated him. Then what is supervening impossibility? See, for example, Manigandan is a singer. He contracted with me. I am a music academy owner. So there is a town hall where Manigandan contracted for space to sing. So his concert is going to be held on 31st December night. But the problem is, on 30th December there is one problem. My entire building got damaged. So can Manigandan sue me? No, it has becomes void contract. It's supervening impossibility. Can you able to understand? Then, so accidental destruction is a supervening impossibility. Then, see, for example, there is one person, okay, who is going to become chief minister. He is going to become chief minister. So is that oath taking ceremony will be there? No. Okay. So they announced on 16th May 2019, this person will take oath to become chief minister of this state. So what happened? I want to see the procession taking place. So I booked an hotel. From that hotel, I can see what is going to happen from the window. I told the hotel person, sir, I want to see that oath taking ceremony and all procession. So that only I am booking this. But what happened? On 14th of May, that person died. After winning, before taking the oath to become chief minister, that person died. Now I am going to the hotel and cancelling the booking. This is called supervening impossibility, because I booked the hotel only for purpose of seeing that ceremony, but ceremony itself is not happening, hence I can cancel the booking. So they cannot put case on me. Understood? They cannot sue me. Then the person For example, Manikandan, I booked him for a concert. Okay, I booked him for a concert, I sold the tickets that Manikandan will sing, etc. But what happened that day night? Okay, he got high fever. So next day he cannot sing. Can I sue Manikandan? No, I cannot sue Manikandan. Because I may even incur loss, but I cannot sue Manikandan because he is now high fever. Act of God. Change in law. Me and Manikandan are entering into the partnership to do a lottery business. Suddenly what happened? Government told lottery is illegal. So we cannot do business. So both cannot sue anyone. Outbreak of war, supervening impossibility. Understood? Now what are not supervening impossibility? Point number 1. See, I entered into a contract with Sachin that I will be selling him 1 ton of cotton. But problem is that year no rain, so I cannot able to produce cotton. Can I claim this as supervening impossibility? No. Okay, you should have seen your past performance whether you can produce or not. Otherwise, you have to buy from market and give it to Sachin. So, not able to produce is not a supervening impossibility. Then, one ship comes. Okay, it is staying in the harbor. But due to dock worker strike, they cannot unload the goods from the ship. Now, is it a supervening impossibility? Strike is not a supervening impossibility. Then, appropriation of payments. Now, if a debtor gives money to the creditor have to appropriate towards what? In case if the debtor has instructed, then you should follow the instruction. In case if the debtor has not given any instruction, he can adjust first in first out basis, like no. Okay, but if the debtor says that I am paying this amount for the recent borrowing, I am not paying for the first borrowing, I am paying for the recent. If debtor says that, okay, then the creditor has to accept like that. Understood? Then sometimes the creditor can also decide that I am proportionally adjusting all the dues. So first dues against I am adjusting this much, second dues against I am adjusting this, also can be done. Or he can also do what? First dues against whatever you are paying now, I am adjusting fully towards the first dues. Understood? Then when a contract need not be performed: novation, rescission, alteration, remission. What is novation? Cancellation of the old contract and enter into a new contract. What is rescission? The old contract will be cancelled, but no new contract. Then what is alteration? The material subject matter in the contract will be altered, hence the old contract is over. But what is the difference between novation and alteration? See, in novation, it involves changes in the contract. Okay, that means substitution of the old contract. Now, parties to the contract may also change in novation. Parties to the contract may also change in novation, but in alteration, parties to the contracts will not change. Understood? For example, promoter entered a contract on behalf of the company with third party. Now, pre-incorporation contract, this cannot be performed, this is void. But the company, after its incorporation, can enter into the third parties by cancelling the old pre-incorporation contract and enter into the new contract. Now, the party is now what? Company and the third party. Previously, the party is promoter and the third party. This is called novation. But alteration is what? Parties will not change, but terms will change. Can you understand? Next. Remission. What is remission? See, I have to pay you 5,000 rupees. Now, I cannot pay you 5,000 rupees. I am coming. Sir, 4,000 rupees full and final settlement will get over. Now, what we are doing? We are cancelling some portion and we are entering into the full and final settlement. This is called what? Remission. What is different between rescission and remission? Rescission means cancellation, over. But remission means what? One portion we are cancelling and another portion we are okay. Understood? Then discharge of contract. When and all the contract will be discharged? Discharged by performance. Okay, mutual performance. Or discharged by mutual agreement. We will talk between each other. We will say what? Let us not perform this at all. Totally leave it. Discharged by lapse of time. Within time we have not done it. So it is discharged by time. Then discharge by operation of law. Somebody goes insolvent, it is discharged. Then discharge by breach of contract. You have breached the contract, hence I will not do my promise. Understood? Then in case if the promisor have not provided the reasonable facilities to perform the promise, then also it will be discharged. For example, I told you, you have to supply the goods, some materials for construction, then only I can construct. If you have not supplied the goods, then how can I construct? So discharge because of non-performance of promise by one person. Okay, now we will go some case studies. A received goods from B and promises to pay rupees 10,000 rupees. Later, A expresses his inability to pay. C known to A pays rupees 6,000 rupees. Now A can be sued for how much? See, the question is what? A received goods from B. So B is the creditor, A is a debtor. So A have to give B rupees 10,000 rupees. A cannot able to pay. Okay, A is unable to pay. C is paying B on behalf of A 6,000 rupees. Now B can sue A for how much? Only for 4,000 rupees. So that I am saying the promise can be performed either by promisor himself or by third party. Here A is the promisor, C is the third party to the promise. So even third party to the can pay them. There's promise. A promised to paint a picture for B by a certain day at a certain price. A dies before the date. Supervening impossibility, act of God. X, Y, Z jointly borrows from A. The amount was repaid by X. Can X recover from Y and Z? See, if I paid the entire money, I can claim their portion from them. Law relating to joint promisor. D, E, F partners jointly promised to pay rupees 1,50,000 rupees. Later, F become insolvent and the private assets are sufficient to pay only 1/5 of the share. See, for example, there are 3 partners. They have to jointly pay 1.5 lakhs. Out of that, one person becomes insolvent. And from his portion, we can recover only 1/5 of the amount, that is 20%. Now, 1,50,000 rupees is the total amount divided by 3 people. So, how much each? How much each? 50,000 rupees. But from one of the party, he can pay only 20% of 50,000 rupees. That means how much? 20% of 50,000 rupees. 10,000. So he can pay only 10,000 rupees. So baki 1,40,000 rupees who have to pay? Other 2% have to pay. So now their portion of payment is how much? 70,000 and 70,000. Can you able to understand? These people have to pay 70,000 and 70,000. Then next, rules relating to time, place with respect of performance of contract. So it should be performed on the set time when the time is mentioned. If time is not mentioned, reasonable time. Place, if it is mentioned in the contract, you have to do on that place. If not, usual place of business. Non-applicability of supervening impossibility. When and all you cannot say supervening impossibility. Cannot produce because of strike. Okay. Then price change and all, you cannot say supervening impossibility. Yes, fail to supply goods stating strike as a reason. Can he do like that? No. Discharge of contract. Performance. The next question, discharge of contract. Performance, mutual agreement, breach of contract, promisor failed to do his duties, etc. So these are the examples for that. Understood? Okay.